Hello, this is me again with another book review. This week we're going to talk about trauma. I have here a wonderful memoir book written by Edith Eger, The Choice, Even in Hell, Hope Can Flower. By the cover, you can probably tell what this book is about. It's 1944 and 16-year-old ballerina Edith Eger is sent to Auschwitz. Separated from her parents to arrival, she endures unimaginable experiences, including being made to dance for the infamous Joseph Mengele. She manages to escape alive from here, and what is really beautiful about this book is that Edith is so honest with the fact that coping with trauma can take decades. You can't just bury it, you can't just put a seal on it and go and live your life like nothing happened. This is the kind of book that you'll probably have to read like in several days, because it's so good that you just want to experience the feelings of the hero. I wanted for her to survive. When I read the ordeals she had to go through, the hunger, the humiliation, it's unimaginable. This book can make you think that we people have it so easy today. Every petty issue that you have will fade away in comparison with what she has been through. In this book you can also read about Edith's first love, Eric, about her marriage with Bella. I don't want to ruin this book. I won't make my typical go through the book and read several quotes from it. I want you to discover this woman just as she is, and for that you'll have to go through the book alone. I'll just read a couple of quotes that I really liked. A little spoiler alert about her marriage with Bella. I was utterly impressed when they got divorced. Decades later, Edith filed for divorce, but it had nothing to do with Bella. Odd enough, she realized that all of the trauma that she had to carry with her, it was her issue to solve, and it did affect their marriage. And I love a happy ending. So they got married the second time 2 years after they got separated. And the quote about that moment is so beautiful. It will, I don't know about you, but it did restore my faith in love, because how often do you hear about couples who got divorced and remarried and they were genuinely happy? So I'll read about that moment. Now that I have faced myself a little more fully, I can see that the emptiness I felt in our marriage wasn't a sign of something wrong in our relationship. It was the void I carry with me even now, the void that no man or achievement will ever fill. Nothing will ever make up for the loss of my parents in childhood, and no one else is responsible for my freedom. I am. In 1971, 2 years after our divorce, when I am 44 years old, Bella kneels and presents me with an engagement ring. We have a Jewish ceremony instead of the City Hall union we decided on more than 20 years before. Our friends, Gloria and John Levis, are our witnesses. This is your real wedding, the rabbi says. He means because it is a Jewish wedding this time, but I think he also means that this time we are really choosing each other. We aren't in flight, we aren't running away. Our love feels as stable as the mountain range, as enveloping and fluid as a sea, adapting, shifting to fill the shape we give it. It isn't that the substance of our marriage has changed. We have. How beautiful. I like about this book the fact that it's not only about the experiences in Auschwitz, but it's also about how the life of someone who has been through that goes on after the trauma has happened. It's something very special in reading real life stories of people who have gone through adversity. I have a particular preference for that because it's very relatable and it's very helpful to read about how someone's mind can be shaped by trauma and change the way you feel, the way you act, the way you make decisions in life. There is one quote in this entire book which I think sums up the whole message of the book that Edith wanted to give us. This isn't a book about look at me, I survived Auschwitz and I'm traumatized. No, this is a book about look at me, I survived, and here is how I can help you survive your struggles in life by revealing minds. So Edith helps us by her helping herself, and this quote I think could be the entire message of the book. Now, on the eve of my return to prison, she visits Auschwitz. I remind myself that each of us has an Adolf Hitler and a Corrie ten Boom within us. We have the capacity to hate and the capacity to love. Which one we reach for, our inner Hitler or inner ten Boom, is up to us. Corrie ten Boom is another hero. She managed to save a lot of Jewish people by hiding them in her house. She was one of the first watchmakers. She has a very good story. But the message is that hate and love is always a choice. Between love and hate, you always choose. I like that Edith talked about her friendship with Viktor Frankl. And we get back to the core of the logotherapy about the meaning of life. Finding your purpose in life might get you out of depression and everything else, but it is also about attitude. Pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice. It's true, because what do you do with the trauma? What do you do with the pain? What do you do with all sorts of nasty things people do to each other? Your abuser walks away, or maybe they don't even apologize. Maybe they don't even care about the fact that they caused you suffering. And you have to live with that. You can be angry, you can be depressed, you can stay for days thinking, will he apologize, but you have to go on, and life goes on. And this is a book about life, about death, and about love. And I think that we really need to read more stories like these, because history will only repeat itself in other forms if we don't get to the core of what life is all about choosing your inner Hitler or choosing your inner Corrie ten Boom. Thank you very much for watching, and I truly recommend you getting this and reading it thoroughly, very thoroughly. You might discover things about yourself. Bye.